What's up, people? I am your narrator. I am your commentary, Mr. PopShit. We about to check out Justin LaBoy. This is not an interview with Jim Jones, so let's see what's going on. I know y'all been seeing what's going on out here in the streets. I know y'all heard the talk about him and Cam, so let's go ahead and put our little 2 cents in, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Make this straight. Bear with me, people. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Mr. Pop, John Garrett. Pretty sure I got the Mr. Pop right there. So yeah. And we gonna get it popping like 1, a 2, a 3. Let's go.
First episode ever.
First episode ever.
But Joe Jones in the building.
I told you I told you I was only coming outside to do this. I've been to the Barclays and performed last night because the record shot to New York City. That record been going crazy. So the pop house was good. But besides that, I've been in the house for like the last 2 weeks, just sitting back, getting my mind together for the new year, putting the plays together. So I had everything ready for when January hit, and I could start getting the bars, niggas and shit.
For sure. Move, setup, created by Jim Jones.
It's a fact.
Niggas wouldn't have been rapping outside the studio if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, I got my own.
So you see talking about with the mic hanging? Is that what he's talking about, y'all? I give Jones a
Technology that I founded in AWS acquired it, shit like that. So during the pandemic, I was able to figure out how to virtually record in real time and create albums while everybody couldn't go to the studio. So I had figured out how to put the studio on the full screen and AWS, so picked it up, shit like that. So I got the technology with Amazon, shit like that I figured out something for them, what they were trying to do with some type of game, shit like that. And when they saw what I was doing with the virtual setup that I created, they lost their mind. So these are the type of things I'm telling you how I figure out how to think outside the box to make shit work. In the midst of desperation, when I need something, they shut the world in there. You can't go outside, you can't go to no venues, can't do nothing public, nobody is at work. No music was being able to be made because all the studios were shut down. Engineers are not in the same house as the artists. I was able to figure that out. And was able to create 4 albums on that and make some money. Most people had to figure out how to record on themselves or get the engineers, and it was a difficult process.
Where you get that Aussie from, though?
I grew up around them bosses because I grew up around other people that know how to get money and know how to get money. You seen I'm getting money. I mean, I seen the ups, I seen the downs, but for the most part, from me, from a baby, from as much as I can remember, wasn't that bosses around me, from my moms to my uncles too. And then my grandma was always a working lady. My grandfather was always a hustler and a working man. So everybody around me always was about getting some chicken and things like that. And I was missing an easy crack cover. So I seen it good, I seen it bad. My mom was really heavy in the game. Like, it was a great time. And then it was
probably so tough, man. A nigga to say he had a good life growing up at all. He just basically say he was just some and he's glorifying it too, like it's a badge of honor.
It's a bad time, but
Yeah, but heavy in the game, what you mean by heavy in the game?
She was heavy in the game. She was a couple of her boyfriends were real big inside of the crack era. They were very heavy, and you should take limos to school and shit like that. Christmases, the whole house filled up with Christmas gifts and the lumberjack coats that we was talking about with the hat.
From a drug dealer. That's what you glorify. That's what you want to glorify. That's crazy, man. That shit don't seem cool to me no more. It just seems on some stupid shit.
With the hat to match.
Yeah.
All that shit, E-bomb, the sheepskins with the mittens and the hats and all that shit, desert boots, all that shit. Like, you know, I'm from that type of shit. So I just been around a lot and coming up, like everything that I was around ended up revolved around hustling.
Jim, you been rich longer than you was broke. You was with Dipset, bro. You was rich way longer than you was broke. But you got rich young. You down to 50-something years old, Jim. That life ain't even you, my nigga. You been living a life more like a rich guy than anything, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Like, why is this? What are you doing now, Jim?
The crack everywhere. There was so much crack being sold that there was so many empty crack vials on the floor that me and my friends used to pick up the empty crack vials because there was all different colors, and he might pick up all the red vials today. I might pick up all the yellow vials. He might pick up all the purple. Why the fuck you trying to highlight this? Why does this need to be highlighted? We know this so past, bro. You been living in the mansions and shit. Bro, stop it, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging today. Purple files and that we emulating what we see on the block. Nigga, we got purple, we got yellow, we got purple. I go up on Weeks Avenue, that fucking apartment on the block of Weeks Avenue, so cracked. It was like deals with every apartment, and that shit so cracked. Got my friends used to live in. Like, I grew up in this food. Like, see, I remember I was a child growing up in that, but I was a child that was like this, ahead of my time. So I understood shit that I shouldn't understand at that time.
And I love that. I think I got to go back though to the in system
Go back to his
studio. You know,
Okay, I'm forgetting. It's all about storytelling and setting up something. So I need to shut the fuck up.
I'm saying you're the first person that did that, and it seemed like you're the first to do a lot of. No, I'm gonna Google it for sure, but it's like you did a lot of things first. I know you hate to talk about the past, a lot of times and shit that could have happened, but man, I just want you to.
Sound like the Soldier Boy.
Oh man,
Tell him again.
Soldier, Jim did this one first. I think Soldier gonna come at you.
Yeah, I did shit before he was even in the game. I was at Soldier Boy's first show in Atlanta. I think I got the opera. I forgot what show it was. I was at his very first show, and everybody was going crazy for this new kid named Soldier Boy doing a Superman that whole. He was doing the dance or you was too gay. So I wasn't doing Superman.
Nah, but yeah, man, I just want to hear how that feels though. Like, where you at now, all the shit you started and not getting the checks for, like, what stands out? Which brand? What, like?
No, I'll tell you a story. The most funny story would be True Religion. I am the first rapper to put on a pair of True Religion. Whole funny. I mean, like, these niggas don't even know what True Religion was. My brother brought them jeans home one day when I got in the house. He threw them on the bed from Bloomingdale's. He's like, yo, throw those on, man. Them shit's just $300 jeans. This is one $300 jeans were the equivalent to of Mary's $1,200 jeans. Those niggas wasn't buying $300-$400 jeans. He like put those on and I flipped them open. They had the dope stitching, and then it was bell bottoms. And then it had a stitch going across. He like, man, put them shits on, man. I can't fuck about no bell bottoms. It's just $300 jeans, nigga. Nigga shit right here. I'm like, man, I don't like the bell bottom point. Like, yo, bro, listen to me. Listen to your brother, nigga. I get fly too. This thing gonna be on this. Sure enough, I put them shits on, and then I'm having the shit across, strike across. And means well, used to go to the cleaners and make them and tailor them to the way we fitted. Then True Religion started making the Billy jeans. When they made the Billy jeans, it was over. After that, we went and then. From there, we first person to wear a pair of antique denims. I mean, niggas did not know what they was. I didn't know what they was. I got them shits. Well, Chrissy brought them shits for me in Miami when we were down there shopping downtown 04, 05, shit like that. And you did? She was like, nah, these shits is fire. These shits look like some old school cowboy type of shits. And them shits fitted mad slim. Them was the slimmest jeans I ever fit. She like, nah, them shits look good. And I just met her, so I'm trying to go for women. Well, she like, I'm like, they look good. She like, nah, them shits look good. I'm like, this shits is the fuck? I'm like, even with the Chrome Hearts. Niggas did not know what Chrome Hearts was. I didn't know what Chrome Hearts was. You heard? Like, the Prissy knew what Chrome Hearts was. She sold a lot of chain and hat. She like, oh, you like the roll shit? She's like, oh, you got to Chrome Heart shit. That's the big boy shit. That's the Tommy be wearing a lot of it. But we went in there and the tank top was 600, almost fitting. Like, what? This is a Fruit of the Loom tank top. What do you mean? They like 600. She's like, yeah, that big boy shit. This what they wear on stay. I'm like, what? So it was like, wow. And that's how I went about Chrome and started getting more into the rock and roll, the Wolf with I met in Miami at the time. And then I started running with my man Zoe at the time. By the time I got down there with the chain gang, my man Zoe was already Chrome Heart shit too. He was like the only other person I knew besides Chrissy that was on Chrome Heart. But these backing up chains that cost $3,000-$4,000 that cost $5,000. All this is all silver shit. This is back in 04, 05, shit like that.
I believe you spending that type of money on drip. But you met Chrissy in Miami?
She from Harlem, but I met her in Miami.
Okay, so she was like she was like a stylist for you when y'all met.
She wasn't a stylist, she just was always fly. Like Chrissy was one of the flyest girls in Harlem, one of the girls that, not just me, most of the niggas in Harlem grew up, had a on her and shit like that, you dig? So in passing, I would see her here, see her there, parties, puffy, all this type of shit, always see her around, but I never new one, shit like that. She would see me say hi, and then one day we in Miami and I'm partying with Zoe, walking in, I almost fainted. So he didn't know why I was going crazy, but in my mind, I'm like, oh my God. So man, that was a great moment for me. And that was like a big score for me. I was young. It was dope.
Yeah. At that age, you obviously lit. You having your way. You could have anybody that you wanted. But was it that stood out besides looks that Chrissy had that made you be like, yo, this is the one I want to, you know what I'm saying, spend forever with?
She didn't tolerate nothing none of the other bitches would tolerate. Like, it was, I remember we in a club one day, like you said, I'm lit, I'm having my way. And I'm trying to talk to another girl, but be slick about it. And Chrissy's in the back and booth and shit like that. And then I had Zoe tap me on my shoulder like, boy, she just left the club. You better go get her. And I was like, yo, what's the play? Will you get my good artist? This fucker chase him out the club. Like, go. You know, I was like, oh, man, she a different type, because that young girl I was with they wouldn't even.
Yeah, just stuck him around.
They got, yeah, you know what I mean? So. And then she was already known for standing on business. She come from a world of hustlers too. Like, she ain't no chump. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she a big deal at home. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She like, see, you know, a little older than me. So she her era was like right before me in days of all the Rich Porters and all that type of shit. That's her days.
Yeah. You know, as I see our relationship, obviously public, it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
If you with somebody long enough and y'all got shared bank accounts, y'all got houses together, y'all
I didn't know that.
had everything together, why is the world stuck on like traditional?
Well,
I mean,
traditional is the marriage that we all know. You know what I mean? That's what every woman wants, and that's what every man should want to give a woman. And that's what I want to give my lady. But spiritually and commitment-wise, marriage is about a bond. Having somebody that's going to be there no matter what, like understand the circumstances, whether it's good or bad. Like, it's just a certain chemistry that comes with that bond and shit like that. Like, a lot of people marry for so many stupid reasons that so many marriages end up getting divorced and things like that.
right.
I come from a day where you get married, that's who you with forever. And my commitment is of that also, because when I'm with a person that's who I'm with, I didn't have so many girlfriends in my life and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, but my lady's a dope lady, and what we got is heaven sent, and she deserves the world. You know what I mean? And for me, I put my whole life on TV and all this shit, so naturally, everybody's gonna have something to say, because that's what it's there for, shit like that. It used to bother me a lot now, and we don't even pay attention, because I should serve, you know, purpose in my relationship, you know what I mean?
What stops you from doing it?
Nothing stops anyway. We about to get it going.
Yeah, about to get it going?
Yeah.
And you hear it first, respectfully, Justin the Boy Show.
I can't tell you this, that time don't lie, man. You know, you dig, and sooner or later we all gotta do weird shit like that.
2025 gonna be a great year.
Yeah, 2025 gonna be a busting year.
I need that invite because you just announced it here. It's about to happen. I'm pulling up. The shit about to go up. Putting my dancing shoes on.
Definitely ups and dancing shoes.
As I studied, you know, like I did my homework. You know, I didn't want to show ever to no interview with somebody that I look up to and be empty about it. And I just felt like loyalty is the one word that describes you.
Yeah.
What would you? I want you to define loyalty, though.
I'm still seeing stupidity one neck and neck. And I'm gonna tell you that. When you become loyal to a flaw, it starts to become a problem. You know, and at that point, it's a stupid thing to do. And I mean, it serves you no purpose in the journey you set out to or whatever you was loyal to, and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's like so many different variables. But
Is he saying he regret his loyalty for Karen? Like, what is he trying to get at?
the cause, shit, I was in it wholeheartedly until and I'm still in it wholeheartedly. I'm still holding the flag up, and it never stopped for me and things like that. You know what I mean? I had a little touchy situation with shit like that, but there was a time where we always loyal to what we needed to be loyal to. Then it worked because everybody got to weave out with something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that was the most dopest part as I look back. We all got to deep out and be our own man on our own accord with our own successes and make our own money and don't have to need from nobody else and shit like that. You know what I mean?
The interview you did with Flex a couple years ago.
All right.
You know, I'm like super surgical with anything that I look at. and you said things took a turn when Dame named Cam vice president of Rockefeller without consulting
Well, that's
partners. Yeah, for him.
for that whole little remember, I'm not part of Rockefeller. I was a diplomat wholeheartedly. I wasn't signed to them with nothing. I signed to Koch independent, my own shit. I was just me.
Right.
I was my own entity, even though I was a quote unquote so-called diplomat CEO, but I didn't have any paperwork. And at that point, I didn't.
What the fuck? No paperwork? So you wasn't no CEO, nigga. You wasn't a CEO, Jim. He just said that to make you feel good. Hold on, so you didn't get no diplomat checks? No, that's fake. That's fake.
I wasn't. It just, you would think some people would take care of you better as a partner than the way you got treated.
Yeah. How much does that shit hurt you still to this day?
I don't care about it. If I was there, maybe I might be swinging in the air like Ricky God and shit like that. You heard? But and shit like happens and shit like that. I mean, like
I'm gonna keep pressing you on this though because I know that cancer intuition that you got. Like I knew you caught on this at some point before anybody told you anything, and I just wanted to know like this somewhere.
I caught on before we was even famous.
What you mean?
I'm great at reading people's characteristics. I'm a very spiritual person. And I know who's who when I encounter them. And if you give me enough time around, you'll understand exactly who you are. And I got to understand exactly how I need to use you in my life, or I don't need to be next to you. And at that point in my life, there was only two decisions. It was either go to the street or play your position. Yeah, nigga, you a boss and you help with everything that got this whole shit started in my grandmother's house. Mase, Cam, blood shit, all that shit started out my grandmother's house. Everybody got signed living with me and my grandmother's house, with me, not with them. Y'all really, this way the whole nucleus and everything started from right in there, shit like that. And you're forward and shit like that. I had a decision to make over childish things that I seen people be doing childish things and shit like that. And I was like, well, if this is what you want, if you feel that this is gonna be your way out of this hell we living in, which was home, you get?
Yeah.
At the time, out of the hood, out of the projects, I had to play your position and shut the fuck up. And do your job as a complete soldier and make sure nothing happened on your watch. And that's all you could do. And can't nobody hold nothing against you for that. And that's what I chose to do. And
Like seeing this shit before it happens, which you cut like everything.
it started with Mase. He didn't do the right thing.
That's the one question I wanted to ask you. I'm a little bit too young to understand. Like I just was able.
I watched Mase shit on Cam and everybody around him. A bitch, like all the time. You know, like I was there the whole time. I was Cam's man. You heard? Cam and Mase were so-called best friends, grew up together. Like, I was there for everything. That's one thing that people can't never say, is that I wasn't there for every single thing.
What was your problem with Mase? Like, how did that all happen? Because that was Cam, man, like you said.
Cam enemies are my enemies. Anybody Cam didn't like, I didn't like. And I already see how he was handling Cam, so I definitely didn't like him. You dig? And then I seen how much love Cam had for him and how Cam was jumping out the window for with your friend shit and shit like that. Like, being overprotective, making sure nothing happened. Like, he was trying his best to make sure that Mase stayed as safe as possible. But
this is so easy to see. You doing the same thing for Cam that Cam is doing the same thing for Mase. It's a line. Like, you got mad respect for Cam. We see that. And we know that. We know you respect Cam. I think Cam do look at Mase like that. Am I bugging y'all? Am I bugging? Because it was Mase who popped with the millions first. Right? So yeah, man.
Mase, I got that money and lost his motherfucking mind. He's supposed to money. He grew up in a kid that doesn't have what most of us had. He was probably more or less fortunate than most of us. Didn't have the sneakers, didn't have all that shit covered up. So him having the first bit of success out of all of us and really getting to a bag, he just went crazy like most people do and shit like that shit. I had my times where I went crazy, but that bag just be too much. You think? But the people I love,
I still love them today. You know what I mean? The people that I consider to be the ones that will help me in this journey, I still love them today, and we still have.
You know what? Real spill. Jim always moved different than Cam, though. Jim the whole gang banging shit, the whole blood gang. Yeah, that was the shit that was Takashi. Yeah, that was Bloods. So yeah, Jim came in with the blood gang, with the gang banging. Cam never claimed the gang, so I don't know why I said that.
Great relationships and shit like that. It ain't got nothing to do with Cam and shit like that. We all have our own group of people that help us along with this journey and shit like that.
So now that you see Cam and Mase together having their own shows, how did that shit make you feel when you seen them come together out there?
Shit, I seen crazy shit happen. Them brothers that shot brothers and shit like that. So for friends to get back after the world or whatever they went through, it's not surprising to me and shit like that. But I see they don't talk about the days of being shit on. You heard? They talk about the thing that separated them and shit like that. So it's funny. But kudos to them, man. They got a dope show. Who am I to hate on what they got going on, man?
Yeah.
Make $1 trillion.
What's the craziest shit you've seen Mase through the Cam that was just like, yo, I can't believe these niggas can even go after some shit like that?
What's that crazy, but I say some funny shit that I seen happen. I seen Mase find his brother and kill him in the middle of the highway and shit like that. You heard? His old brother, that nigga's vicious. But we coming back off the road for, I think, a bunch of tours and shit like that. Get up and play. And Mase got the brand new Mercedes drop burgundy, pull up to the airport. Skirt, the car dealer bring that shit outside the airport. 2-door tray break. This nigga's on that bitch. That nigga going crazy. Right? Joking and shit like that with Ken and shit. That nigga jumped in the shit by himself with shirt off. Like, so I said, yeah, this nigga is a different type of animal. This nigga don't care about nothing. Word up. Nah, they understand. He not as he's not as in a role in it. Because this is what Cam started doing the hype man for him, and then we started doing some tour. I would be hyping Cam, so now I come out with. So now he got us hyping both of them. Nigga had us doing dance moves, like quarter dance moves on the speaker and shit like that. I never forget this shit, like matching outfits, quarter dance moves, like one show. Bro, Cam felt that shit like, we ain't doing this shit no more. Fuck all these niggas, man. Fuck everybody, man. Kill one of these niggas. That was the last time we seen them until it is what it is, you know?
Give me the Cam right now. He just did the interview with 50.
For the younger audience, we had like a rap battle thing at one time. And 50, what you did, so we was having interior problems at Dipset. Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page.
Right.
So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come.
Yeah.
I sure.
Them niggas be on my dick, right? Them niggas ain't got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot with them niggas and they like, girl. Both of them. Pause though, get off my dick. So stay on there for baby girl, man. Shit, on, man. Tugging on my shit like that.
You know, clear shit up. I mean, we never hear your side of the story.
I don't think they don't want to propose the kind of next thing. Or I said him from nigga ain't think nothing. He could pull nothing together. He couldn't do nothing with me and tell me nothing, nigga. But it's like get this shit twisted. Like nigga, nobody could tell me nothing, nigga. I was a boss. I did what I did as a fucking soldier because I was a soldier, nigga. You heard? I had the soldiers, nigga. Nigga didn't tell me nothing. You heard? I did what I wanted to do. I seen the shit wasn't going right, so I started doing what Jim Jones needed to do for Jim Jones. Because the nigga that was supposed to be the Dawn wasn't taking care of the Capo. Started feeling like the Gotti movie, you heard?
What was the point where you realized I gotta do because this shit?
Well, I mean, it's definitely like that's strong. Like it's not in my memory that that was the last show, but it was just the way the sequence and the way things was going, and it came to a point where I had to worry about who Jim Jones was moving forward. Again, I was worried about anybody else because nobody else was worried about me. I got to a point where I became famous too. It was a point where all the famous people know me. Then after that, it was like shit. I'm just as famous as all the famous people. I can't do what I used to do for you. You heard? Somebody got to do that for me right now because I'm super lit. You heard? But I put my life on the line for all of the shit, and and everybody knew that. But niggas wasn't doing the same thing in return.
What's something that stands out to you though when you realize niggas really wasn't for you? I know you said you've been seeing it, but they
Niggas just don't say what it is, bro. Just say what it is, man. Just say, instead of talking to Kent subliminally, like, just say what it is. Shit, let us all know. Let us all judge. Let us all criticize.
there's a moment, bro. Like even well, I feel like somebody when you start to feel like somebody want to see you do good, but not as good as them. You're like, oh yeah, I know what this movie is about. You know? Everybody don't got the mind of a real leader. Who reached out to who when you went out to perform? Because
Boy, I had the honest record at the time. My record was 150s records at the time when Boy that was shit like that. When Cam did this shit with calling the station up over the cop shit and all that shit, I felt that was childish. That wasn't like you don't press no real buttons and you're not about to come outside when it's time to really get active, nigga. So how dare you do some weak shit like that that really didn't hold no merit? Like you start going crazy over Contra, over a white man that been jerking us since we got signed there. And whatever backdoor deals you have with them serves you more advantageous than it served me. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, so when that shit went on, I was like, that was kind of weak. That was corny because at that time, there was no real beef. It was just the most powerful groups of individuals that's running New York at the same time. So in my mind, I was like, it's more advantageous for us to try to figure out how else to start to move and do tours and really go crazy and figure out, because that we were sizzling, but this nigga was on Mars, nigga. These niggas wasn't doing regular shit. These niggas was doing fucking arenas every night. We doing clubs every night. We got singing in the urban communities on fire and shit like that. In my mind, I see an opportunity for us to really start. You heard? Like, we had all the power and shit like that. My mind ran different and shit like that. So when he did that, I'm like, damn, I fucked all that up. You heard? And then it was like, now you want to start a beef with these niggas over what though?
so you didn't understand why you did beef with them.
Nah, I didn't understand that. I heard what to do with the nigga said, oh, Koch was a great and all this type of shit. I didn't give a fuck about none of that type of shit. You heard? Like, and then really, I was on fire at the time. I don't care about what you say and shit like that. We on an independent label getting stupid dough. Like, we did shit that nobody did in the game. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, that shit was whack. I like how this shit is going. I gotta start really doing shit that's gonna benefit me, because niggas have seen they want to see me while sweating.
Right.
I make this shit look easy. 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 I see what I like, then I go out and get it. I make changes, that's why I'm different. I see it before it happens, that's vision. Telling myself I know I like this.